Welcome to another Rolled in Reacts episode. This Chevy Colorado came in because the owner heard a loud bang and the car came to a sudden stop. The mechanic discovered that the transmission tailshaft housing was broken because of a seized U-joint. Customer states, "My rear end is all over the road." Customer states, "My tire pressure light keeps turning on and off." And this customer came in complaining about their car handling poorly. And this customer came in complaining about a strange noise coming from their wheels after their buddy had helped them install some new brake pads. Apparently, they forgot the retaining pins that keeps the pad in place, and the pads had been scraping against the inside of the wheel, which caused the noise. This Chevy Silverado 2500 HD came in with a pretty decent transmission leak. The mechanic found that the tailshaft housing had cracked because of a busted U-joint. Yikes. And this Honda Accord came in with a pretty beat up CV axle. Customer states, "My car's leaking oil."
Holy.
Customer states, "My car jerks around too much." The owner of this Jeep Wagoneer came in because the brake pedal apparently just
Quality.
This Chevy Silverado came in because it kept pulling to the right. And this 2016 Isuzu rolled in because of an electrical issue. And this customer came in because their differential had some issues. And this differential has definitely seen some better days. Customer states, "Car got louder overnight. Please advise." The mechanic discovered that someone had stolen everything but the customer's cats. This customer came in saying that every time they hit a speed bump, they hear a clunking sound from their trunk. This customer came in complaining about a loud noise after having installed a new power steering pump by himself. The mechanics found that he had cut out a piece of the frame to fit the power steering lines. This customer had tried welding his cracked power steering rack back together by himself, but it wasn't super successful, so he had to come into the shop to get it fixed. And this 1970s Volkswagen bus looks pretty alright from a distance, but once you get up close, prepare for a lot of oh boys and wows. This car came in for a new ignition coil harness after a mouse had snacked on the old one. This customer came in because they complained about poor braking power. The technician found a broken brake booster and pretty much no fluid in the reservoir. This customer unfortunately couldn't afford regular maintenance on their car, and this is what it ended up sounding like after 3 years with no service. This 2021 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid came in because the high voltage battery was not charging. Hopefully this customer has some good insurance because everything related to the high voltage system on this model is located underneath the car. And this customer came in complaining about the horn being in the wrong place. This vehicle came in because it apparently had a transmission leak. This customer states, "Every time I turn on the AC, my car screams at me."
Good old pad slap. Oh my god.
This mechanic was doing the timing belt on the Subaru when he discovered that the last person doing it had forgot something and things seemed a little loose. Customer came in complaining about a meowing sound from behind the steering wheel. The mechanic successfully rescued the little cat and ended up adopting it and taking it home. And this customer drove in like this after getting a flat tire on their way to work. And this customer complained about their car wobbling too much. And this customer wondered why they have to keep topping their car off with coolant all the time. Turns out it was hiding in the oil pan. And this fuel tank strap was holding on to dear life when the mechanic had this truck on the lift for an oil change. This Toyota Tacoma came in for an oil change, and when the mechanic had it up on the lift, he discovered that it was in need of a bit more work than just that. And this customer had installed a new rackless roof box all by themselves. Customer states, "Left rear door won't open from the inside." A bit like magic, right? And this customer came in stating, "Oil leak and bad acceleration." It turned out to be a blown turbo oil seal. And this customer came in with their minivan saying it sounded louder than normal after their son had borrowed it for the weekend. And the owner of this Ford Fiesta hadn't replaced their cabin filter in quite a while. This customer was driving their newly purchased Dodge Challenger home when they suddenly heard a bang from underneath the car. Customer states, "Car keeps shutting off." This technician said that the customer had bought this Audi from an auction and insisted on only having the oil level sensor fixed. Now looky what we have here. Apparently, this chicken had wanted to hitch a free ride to town. It ended up being completely fine and was returned home afterwards. And this customer came in complaining about sudden loss of power in their car. The mechanic found the issue to be coolant spraying out of a cylinder head bolt. Customer states, "Car sounds weird after having been at another shop." And this customer came in for an inspection after they had just bought this car at an auction, and this is what the mechanic found. This 2020 Nissan Rogue came in on a tow truck after hitting a curb way too hard. Customer states, "Left front wheel is locked up." And remember, if you're changing your own oil and oil filter, always lubricate the O-ring, put a little bit of oil in the filter, and only screw the filter on finger tight. Or else you might end up like this poor guy who screwed his filter on so tightly that it broke, completely soaking his car in engine oil and could have led to a real bad engine failure.
Here's a new one right here. Right about there. That's all you need.
This customer's Escalade came in because he had some issues after having been at another shop. This customer came in after having done some work on the exhaust all by himself. This customer complained about a rattling noise when driving over 30 miles an hour. This customer had scratched their rim against a curb pretty badly, but their friend had fixed it for them for cheap. This customer had hit a curb with their Beetle doing 30 miles an hour, or 50 kilometers an hour. And this customer came in and complained about their car being bumpy and wobbly. The mechanic found that the toe was out 0.82 degrees and the handbrake pads were worn down. This car came in for a regular checkup when the mechanic discovered it had some pretty unique styling done to it. Oh yeah. Customer states, car pulls to the right. Wonder why. This customer was driving in the middle of nowhere when their alternator mount broke off. Thankfully, they had some tire wraps lying around and did a little quick fix just to get home. This customer had done their own sound system and now complains about a starting issue. This car was apparently purchased from a rental company and the owner came in because the bulb warning light kept coming on. This customer apparently just wanted his brakes checked and oil changed and declined any further repairs. And this Ford 350 came in with some differential issues. Once the mechanic removed the differential cover, he discovered this. And this truck came in because of a tire issue. These bubbles usually form after hitting something like a pothole or a curb at higher speeds. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and until next time.